Hi guys, it's Alana, and today I'm doing the books I want to read in fall, so my fall TBR. I have a few books that are physical here, or just hardcover or paperback books here, and then I have some ebooks, and I also have I have a school book. But anyways, I will also link the synopsis from Goodreads down below for each of the books. And yeah. The first physical book I have is Cinder. I started reading it pretty recently. I am only on page 46, but it's by Marissa Meyer, and it is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles series, and I believe it is a Cinderella retelling, and it's about a 16-year-old cyborg named Cinder and how her life becomes intertwined with the prince. For all of these, the synopsis and however you say that, are not going to be very good just because I haven't read them one, and I'm not going to read the multiple paragraph synopsis that are in each book or whatever, so I'm just kind of going to give one sentence or two, and some of them I might not give any just because I don't have much, and I have it written down on my computer just because otherwise I will forget it all, and I don't want to forget it. So yeah, that's the first book. The second book is Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson. There are two girls that are best friends, and they do witchcraft. When two girls die from their school, they want to find out why, basically. So that's all I know about that one. The next one is House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. On the back here it says it's a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, but what I've also written down is that in a manor by the sea, 12 sisters are cursed, 4 of them died, and Annalee, I don't know how to pronounce it, doesn't believe they were accidents. I just thought it was a very kind of spooky book and pretty interesting to me. I don't know, I've never been a scary book person or a scary movie person, but I'm interested in this one, and I'm interested in a few others that are kind of similar in the vibes, I guess. The next one is The Bookshop on the Corner. I'm really excited about this one, but it is by Jenny Colgan. I saw this book a few times described and recommended by people on BookTube. I don't remember exactly who, but a woman decides to buy a van or a truck, I don't know exactly what vehicle type it was, and she turns it into a bookshop and begins going around and matching people to the books that she thinks are right for them. The next book I want to read is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I've heard this book mentioned a ton by people outside of BookTube, people in BookTube. I've heard of this book many times, and I don't know much about it, but it's New York City in 1926. There's a girl with a secret and bad things are happening. I really don't know if that's accurate at all. Based on what I've read on the synopsis, that's all I can kind of say about it. Then the next one is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I basically want to read this because 3 of my favorite booktubers have a book club, I can't speak, a book club called the Late Night Book Club, and this is what they're reading this October. The booktubers are Fictional Fates, aka Joel, Noel Gallagher, and Elias. And yeah, I really don't know how to describe it, so read the synopsis is all I'm going to say. I'm just interested mainly because they read it. Okay, so that's all of the books that I got from the library. And then now I have 5 books that I'm going to read that are ebooks. The first one is Pumpkinheads, which I've already read, but you'll see that in a fall reading vlog later. And it's by Rowell. 2 friends have worked at the same pumpkin patch for the last 4 years, and it is their last year because they're going to college this upcoming school year. So I thought it was interesting. It's a graphic novel. I forgot to mention that. And I don't know, I really liked what people described it as, and I really liked the book, just putting that out there. The next one is Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. I never read it when everyone else was reading it, just because, I don't know, I just wasn't interested in it at that point. But I'm interested in just reading it now because I've read other paranormal, romance books, but I've never read Twilight, and I feel like I just want to try it, just to see if it's any good. And yeah. The third book I have is The Bakeshop at Pumpkin and Spice by Donna Kauffman, Kate Angell, and Allyson Charles. If I mispronounce their names, I apologize, but I don't know. I heard about this book in a booktube video, and it was basically, all I know is that it has a very autumn atmosphere, so that's really all I know. The next book is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I heard about this book about a year ago, and I thought it was pretty interesting then, so I put it on my TBR, and I just never read it since. But now I just want to read it, and I feel like, because I think it's a mystery, or I think it's kind of similar to House of Salt and Sorrows in the way that there's like a murder or something. And I just thought it was pretty interesting, so, and I felt like it fit a book that I'd want to read around fall and Halloween. Then the 5th book is Autumn by Ally Smith. It's, I don't know, I feel like it kind of makes sense for fall because it's, the title of it is Autumn. It's part of Ally Smith's series of seasonal books. She has one for each season, and I feel like it'd be kind of cool to read each book with the coordinating season, if that makes sense. I hope so. Then, okay, so the last book I have is the book that I have to read for school. I'm about more than halfway through it, and it is called The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. I really like it so far, but I don't know. The book is set in South Carolina in 1964. It is narrated by, she's 14 I think, Lily Owens, whose life has been shaped by the blurry memory of the afternoon her mother was killed. I feel like I should just read the synopsis for this one because I don't want to mess it up. So the Goodreads describes it as, The Secret Life of Bees tells the story of Lily Owens, whose life has been shaped around the blurred memory of this afternoon her mother was killed. When Lily's fierce-hearted black stand-in mother, Rosaline, insults the 3 of the deepest racists in town, Lily decides to spring them both free. They escape to Tiburon, I don't know how to pronounce it, South Carolina, a town that holds the secret to her mother's past. Taken in by eccentric trio of black beekeeping sisters, Lily is introduced to their mesmerizing world of bees and honey and the Black Madonna. This is a remarkable novel about divine female power, a story women will share and pass on to their daughters for years to come. Oh, this on the back of the book. But yeah, I really like the book. I think it's really well done and really interesting just to kind of see each of the characters and who they are and just how they act, kind of. I don't know. I would suggest you read it. And yeah, so that was all of the books that I planned to read for fall. I had a few other ones that I thought about reading, but they weren't available at my library. So if I do end up reading them, they'll be in a future fall reading vlog or just posted on my Instagram. I don't know why I turned my computer back on. If you'd like to see that or any other videos by me, please subscribe down below and turn on the notifications just because I'm very inconsistent. And like this video if you like reading or if you're interested in hearing about the books I've read. And yeah, bye!